ahead, caller.
You're back with Ken Oath, the voice of reason.
Modern art. An oxymoron, if ever there was. This time, some clown has built, at huge expense, he's built a replica of a state house on Queen's Wharf in Auckland. And we're supposed to be awed by this so-called work of art. But answer this, why celebrate, and let's call it what it is, a no-hoper's house? A place paid for by Muggins the taxpayer because someone hasn't got the get up and go to get up and go and get a job, work hard, buy their own house. Now, we don't see a bludger's face on the $5 bill, do we? No, we see someone who had the get up and go to get up and go to the top of the blimmin' world. Not someone who had the get up and go to get up and go to the dole office, or whatever it's called these days. As for the building, my 25-year-old nephew, who's currently finishing the deck on our beach house, he could knock that shack up before smoko. Thought-provoking, we're meant to believe. Of course, it's nothing new. Remember Picasso's stupid squiggly faces, probably painted by a monkey, and closer to home, that miserable sod Colin McCann and his incomprehensible daubs. Now, they were once the toast of the town. They're probably worthless these days. Why can't we celebrate greatness? Maybe a statue of Tana Umanga spear-tackling that little Irish chap, or Bob Jones punching that journalist in the mug, or any number of things. For God's sake, we should celebrate a captain of industry, not a container of misery. Go ahead, caller. Alistaire, is it?
Alistair, yes. Now, listen, I don't know much about art, but some of this modern crap, I wouldn't cross the road to pee on it if it was on fire. Now, as for real art, I had a lovely painting in the lounge of a gorgeous Asian-looking lass with a blue face. Oh, God, it was delightful. The wife made me take it down.
Why did she do that, Alistaire?
Long story short, I was cleaning my specs on my shirt, giving them a good old rub, when Mum saw me from behind the kitchen hatch, and she thought I was pleasuring myself in front of the painting. Anyway, I wasn't. Problem was, I'd spilt some silver-top milk down my pants the day before. Anyway, she flew into a hell of a rage and tore the picture down. Went on the inorganic.
You don't say.
Yeah, she also took down that one of the rather striking bird without much clothes next to a swan or some sort of pukeki. I've still got the one with the dogs playing cards. That's a classic piece. I mean, the idea of dogs playing cards, that just tickled me. That's what art should be. Bloody terrific stuff. Makes you feel happy, not all confused and mulling up politics and poverty and all that jazz. I mean, I've got enough to worry about. I mean, the mower's blown up again.
You make a good point. I have a lovely Raymond Ching, a beautiful reproduction of a swan. That's real art. These days, we're expected to applaud a picture of a gang member dismembering a blind kiddie while his dog defecates on the face of the Queen. And you and me, Muggins the taxpayer, are expected to pay for it.
The world's gone mad, Ken.
Insane, Alistaire.
Insane in the brain.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
Insane in the membrane.
Introducing the Psychic Tui. You can ask the Psychic Tui questions about anything.
Now, Tui, I've got a question for you. I've applied for a job recently and got turned down. What can I do to make myself more employable? I don't usually go for psychics, but you're tangata whenua, so it somehow seems more legit. Oh, get some Botox, you reckon? Ha! Stupid bloody bird.
Call the Psychic Tui today. For a full Tui language guide, simply email .co.nz. Results may vary.
Go ahead, call.